Hello everyone, I'm Burr Potato, and this is my design for a one-wide tileable villager trading hall. A lot of villager trading halls I came across on the internet were really complicated or used a bunch of slime and materials you don't really have access to early game. This is all extremely early game materials, just redstone and iron, and some copper, but I mean copper comes before iron. It's tileable, avoids the problems of quasi-connectivity, and does not use minecarts to transport villagers, although you will need some way to get the villager into a block that you want them to be on. So I'm going to go ahead and start with a build tutorial. So right here, first you're going to make sure you have an area dug out. I've dug out the sides just so I can get down there and place the blocks and you can still see them, but you want it too wide, too long away from where you want to be standing. So this is the edge of where you're building. This is where the villager is going to be standing. 3 back and 2 deep underneath. So first, I'm going to go ahead and place the piston. This is where the villager is going to be standing on. And you're going to use a new 1.21 block, a oxidized copper bulb. It can be any kind of copper bulb, doesn't really matter. I'm using the wax oxidized one just because this means you obviously don't have to have honey. So again, even more early game. If you notice, this has now created the place for the villager to stand on. If you right click, it's going to drop it down. And so that's for our zombie. And the zombie is, oop, I don't have a slab in here. Zombie is what we're going to go ahead and put in next. So we're going to go ahead and put in this slab. So if, let's say there's a villager right here, and I'm a zombie, I'm standing right here, I can't see anything. Drop down a villager. Villager becomes nice and easy to prey. Go ahead and kill it. Zombify it, and then you can cure it for the benefits. Next, so we're going to close in the zombie on this side. We're going to go ahead and put in our next piston. So this is the reset mechanism. If you have a villager that you thought was good, or maybe you got a better deal on a trade, or you accidentally locked into something you don't want, having this right here is going to be able to reset that slot and let the new villagers fill in that same spot. I'll explain that later. Next, you're going to need to build some scaffolding on the side here, and this is to hold the villager in place of the trapdoors. So villagers, as many people know, are 2 full blocks tall, so if they're surrounded by walls and there's a trapdoor in front of them, they actually cannot make it out of here. Players are 1.8 blocks tall, so they can make it out, no problem. The orientation of these trapdoors is really important. So if you notice, I'm placing the bottom one on the top and the one above it on the bottom. This one also goes on the bottom. Now, it doesn't matter which way, if you put these on the left side or the right side, it doesn't matter which way you put them. But you do have to make sure they all are on the same side. So the next layer would also look like this. If you notice, this is going to make that nice tunnel shape, and we need that for this farm to be able to work. I'm going to keep these here, actually, because that'll lock a villager in place. It'll if this is the end of the farm, you obviously need some wall of some sort to keep the villager from just walking out that side. So next, we build up the back wall, and we can go ahead and build up the system that automatically closes this trapdoor. So we're going to put a block next to it. We're going to have a redstone repeater running into this block right here, and we're going to have it on 2 delay. You can have it at lower, but it doesn't tend to work that well. Put a redstone block right here. I'm going to put a piece of string above this trapdoor and an observer facing towards it. So this means anytime anything touches this piece of string, this observer is going to activate whatever's behind it. In this case, that is a piston. So right now, this redstone block, I should move it up here. It's at the top. That means it's ready. This should be down. Yeah, if you saw that right there, if a player or a villager walks into right here, this trapdoor on top will close. Obviously, this hasn't reset yet, so it's not going to work, but whatever. You're going to put a top slab right here because you have this trapdoor at the bottom. This is going to make a like a 2-point-something high space, so villagers can fit in here. They cannot jump a full block because all your trapdoors are going to be placed like this. They're going to try and jump over them, but having this means that they cannot jump and they're just going to fall straight into your little trading hole which you want them in. So next, this is what I want to explain right here. This is your reset mechanism, and now if you notice, if you're only doing one of these, you need to right click this, and let's cause that connectivity update right there. You need to right click this because if this isn't like this, Let me just show this off. I'll put a lever on it. So let's say, oh, I'm a villager walking right here, fall down, this closes up. Great, forever. But now, let's say I kill the villager, so there's no longer anything in here. I want to reset the system. If I click this and then depower it, it's going to open and close this trapdoor, which we don't want, or else the villager's going to escape. So if you're just having one, you're going to need to right-click this. That means it becomes a dot. So this does not power this block. If you are putting this in a line, like over there, you don't have to care about this because a line of redstone like this will not power that block regardless. This is the entire design. It's very, very simple, as I said earlier. It takes almost no resources to set up, except for the fact that you need a zombie, which you might need a name tag to do, but otherwise you can just dispense some armor onto it or give it some armor. Zombie stays right here. Go ahead and show this off. Zombie stays right here, and if so let's say I'm a villager, go into survival mode right here. You right-click this to bring down this slot, so I right-click this, notice this drops down. This zombie will be able to hit me. There we go. It does take some time to find it sometimes. So now moving over here into the full implementation of this design. These two are functionally the same. This one just uses a cauldron. I don't like how it looks as much because you can see the redstone, but there's no actual difference in how the farm works at all. After all, the villagers can't get into there either. I've set up these command blocks, so this one summons a villager. Should, what the heck? Oh, just took a second. And the villager runs across into the first open slot and falls down. That. If you notice, it falls onto a open trapdoor, on a closed trapdoor like this, because this keeps its height consistent, and also means that it is on the right block, quote unquote, to be able to path over the rest of the trapdoors. If it's just on the block below, sometimes it fails to be able to think that it can go that way. So, I'm gonna keep putting in some more villagers here. Works nice and order. You should be wary not to overload the farm, or else the more than one villager will fall into a hole, and then you'll have to kill them. That'll be annoying. Oh. Oh, yeah, see, sometimes the pathfinding a villager gets bugged, but it's fine. Now, one caveat of this farm, of this hall, is that you should only set the job of one villager at a time. In fact, I recommend filling this up one villager at a time, setting their job, locking in their trade, and then moving on. Because sometimes the villagers struggle to find their jobs, as they will with any hall. Let me go ahead and kill these guys, actually. There we go. And let me grab some. Let's say I lock this trade in. If I place a lectern here, this guy can also get this as the job site. Now, this can be kind of annoying because now, if a villager, I need to reset actually, hold on. If a villager falls into that second spot right here, then he may not be able to get a job site at all. It would be very annoying. I think he might be able to get this one, and then this one he might get to first, or he might get to first. So once you place the job site and a villager gets it, you want to keep track of which one has which, and make sure that they don't lose their job site. So don't have a villager in here. You don't have the job sites placed down before you get the villagers in. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this system up more and show off the reset system and the zombification. Go ahead and put some villagers in. Oh, okay, so that guy managed to get in here without activating it. So sometimes that will happen, and you may have to call a reset by pressing this. And if you notice, the villagers will automatically try and jump. They think they're in a block and they want to try and jump onto this block to get out. So when they pathfind, they're going to try and jump. That's why you see these guys jiggling up and down right here. And when they jump, they're going to close the trapdoor on top of them by activating the system again. So that's why the reset button works. So if you notice, these first 6 slots have villagers. Let's put one. Let's go ahead and put one over here as well. And wait for him to jump. There you go. And so now if I call a reset, this guy jumps and immediately closes his spot as well. So after you hit the reset button, you can just wait a little bit of time for all the villagers to jump, make sure that all the ones are closed. That's why this is made close right here. And once you see that they're all in their spots, you can keep adding villagers into the system. Now for zombification, I'm gonna wait for this guy to come down. Let's say somebody get this job. Cool. Knockback 1. Let's say I want this guy's trade to be better. Then what I'm gonna do... Oh, whoops. That's not good. Oh, yeah. Let's say what I'm gonna do is I'm going to right-click this. That's gonna drop him down. Close the trapdoor on top so he cannot jump, which guarantees he's gonna get hit. I can bring him back up. Now, while he's like this, you want to make sure that this isn't down, or otherwise he's going to be able to hit this villager. You don't really want that. So when a villager is being cured like this, you want to make sure that this trapdoor stays down. And see, those zombies back there are going to hit this guy. I'm going to bring him back up. These two trapdoors, if you close both of them at the same time, then a villager can walk between cells, and you really don't want that, because, well, then they're just going to be all mixed up, and they're not going to be able to reach their job stations, etc. Very annoying to deal with. Once they're like this, you can obviously get a splash potion of weakness. What the hell does it look like? Okay, I have no idea what this thing looks like. Oh, here we go. And a golden apple, just like normal. And you can cure them. While they're being cured, don't drop them down, or else they're going to get killed by the zombie underneath immediately again. But this works. It's nice and tileable. It means that you don't have to worry about villagers accidentally dying when you don't want them to. And you can keep them down there. If you want, you can keep the zombies down here just to make sure, like this villager, there's no way these villagers can get to him unless you flip out these bottom trapdoors. If you really want to make it safe, I guess you can make these iron trapdoors and put redstone blocks behind them. And that is the whole design.
Plug.